SABC News reporter Bulelani Phillips is joining us now. Bulelani, what is the overall picture of how the various parties are performing?
Well, good afternoon to you, Anastasia, and to the viewers at home. Of course, as you've said, capturing of votes is continuing right here at the Results Operations Centre of the Eastern Cape. We are coming live from the East London International Convention Centre. Just to give you a picture of the numbers so far, it's 39% of the votes that have been captured in the provincial-wide, and the ANC is leading there with about 66.73%, and it's followed by the DA with 14.71%, the EFF in third place with 7.61%, the UDM is standing with 2.27%, and the ATM is with 1.9%. So that gives you a picture of how the voting process is going at the moment. But of course, if we zoom closer to some of the hotly contested municipalities, the two metros is the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan Municipality. We know that in the Nelson Mandela Bay, there's about 13% of the votes that have been captured so far, and the ANC is leading there with 46.84%, and the DA is standing at second place with 33.6%. The EFF has got 7.76%, and the new movement of Mkhuseli Jack Abantu Integrity Movement is having a 1.9%. So you can see that the numbers are quite close there. It's neck and neck, and potentially somebody will have to speak to somebody to be in power there. And lastly, Anastasia, in the Buffalo City municipality where we are broadcasting from, about 4% of the votes have been captured already. The ANC leading again there with 75.3%, quite a huge margin from the second place, which is the DA, which has got now 10.38%, and the AFF is in third position with 9.82%. But the big question here is that the low voter turnout has been quite one of the things that has been talked about. And joining me now is the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, Dr. Oscar van Heerden. Let's talk about the low voter turnout in the province and countrywide. What do you think has contributed to that?
Well, Bulelani, I think that, of course, there is an element of our democracy maturing. I think we are used to always having very high turnout since 1994. It has steadily been declining since then, and so I think this is partly a phenomenon of that, but I also think that there is a lot of people that are disillusioned and disgruntled and just simply didn't feel the need to come to the voting station to cast their vote. But I do think 8 million is still a healthy number, even though people are disappointed, and I think that parties should begin to get used to that there is going to be low voter turnout going into the future.
Just lastly, before I let you go, what's your view on the performance of the IEC in these elections? Yesterday in Gqeberha, we saw an incident where the DA Federal Council chairperson Helen Zille was removed and frog-marched from a polling station, essentially accusing the presiding officers there of being linked to the ANC, and secondly being anti-DA. What's your view on that?
Well, firstly, we need to understand that we have more than 23,000 stations or countrywide. There's bound to be a few problems, a few hiccups and so forth, and I think there are fortunately rules and procedures to follow with complaints and this and so on. I think in the case of the Helen Zille situation, the rules are very clear. And I think that anyone from any political party, especially leaders, should know that it has long been known that you don't come to any voting station within a certain parameter wanting to greet and in a way canvass, because that is in effect of what was happening there. And I think that the IEC officials decided to act, whether it was, it's not so much Helen Zille. I think that they would have done the same had it been the Deputy Secretary of the ANC, J.C. Duarte.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Oscar van Heerden. He is the Deputy Vice-Chancellor at the University of Fort Hare. Anastasia, we'll end it there, and it's back to you guys.